Are you guys ready for the the hashtag epic reveal? Now here's the thing. I'm like up in the sky. So really it's thematic that I descend, you know? So I think I'll start. I'm a little nervous though. I'm pretty high up. Hey, that's getting pretty close though, guys. I'm falling pretty far. I don't know how oh Jesus. Guys, I descended too fast. Okay, that's the bit. That was the bit I planned. Did you like it? We'll redo it, alright guys? Let's do this for real this time. First off, my hooves. Let's go. Oh, Jesus. Okay. I don't actually have hooves, but I like calling my feet my hooves. Here are my shoes. They're very pointy. I like them. And they got some branches. My little tassels, my knees. See my knees? It's all bone. I need to work on my calves. Oh, you see my hands? Look at my hands. They're wiggling. Ooh, Gucci Gucci goo. Got your nose. Sorry. This is the Easter egg. A spoiler alert, I was a different guy. But that guy's dead. So I absorbed his soul. And now he's prisoner. And my gloves, man. Look at my gloves. Here's the thing about me. I'm wicked asymmetrical. This is my little poncho. And then of course my balls. I like them. They jiggle. Nice balls, bro. Thanks, man. Well, that's my second set of balls. My main set of balls are up here. Yo. So here's the thing about me. I got a gold tongue. I can stick on my tongue. This is what happens when you drink too much Sunny D. And I love it because I can go, what's that? You know? Oh. Spoilers. Oh. Oh. Hi. It's me. I can wink my right eye, but you can tell like it's not as like clean. Like my left eye like sort of like squinches out, but this one it's like nice balls, bro. That's just the face. Hey, what's up? And go. Yeah, I love my eyes. Look, I have 2 different eyes. I believe it's called heterophobia. And then the next part is the top part. Look at these, man. Look at the shout out to Hiseki's coloring on these dang flowers, man. Look how beautiful that is. I love the purple and the gold. It's so good, man. And then my branch. Get that branch out of the way, man. I can't read chat. You know what I mean? Like, look at perspective on this branch, man. The flowers, they jiggle, man. Look at them, they're flying away. Guys, wait. I'm being taken away. It's me. Oh yeah, my coat, sorry. I forgot that's like a part of my design. Look at it. Look at the rigging. It swirls and stuff. It's got little clouds. And now, the best part you've all been waiting for. The toggles. I'm very happy with my toggles. Yeah, this one. This is me when I have to ask for extra ketchup at the McDonald's. Yeah, this one. Hey man, leave her alone. She asked for more ketchup. The entire toggle showcase is me at a McDonald's. I asked for a Sonic the Hedgehog toy, and I got Amy. I'm like, oh Jesus, man, what are you doing? What's wrong with you? Do you know who I am? I'm the DazzlingOriel. What do you mean the ice cream machine is broken? This is why I cry. I just learned women get periods. How could God do this to our women? And then this one. Get it? It's dazzling. Me when the Oriel is dazzling. They pair this one with this one. It's like, wow, I think you're pretty cool. And then, of course, the toggle you've all been waiting for. But if you know me, actually, ketchup contains way more sugar than your daily allowance would require. I would recommend something more akin to a mustard, as it's somebody mustard on the beat. Mustard on the beat, as they say. Now that fits. Yeah, that's my nerd toggle, because I am a nerd. I love like I can do like the teeth where it's like. Can I do a lift? Hey guys. So like, this is my Vtuber debut. I can also just have the glasses. I really like the glasses. I think they look pretty cool. The final toggle. My favorite toggle. You know what happens? We put a VTuber who's very funny in a society who hates funny people. You get this? We do live in a society. That's one of the main things they're saying. We live in a society. When I commissioned this model, I was like, dude, I want these toggles. But it's very embarrassing filling out the form and just putting like a nerd emoji and be like, yeah, can I have that? And then putting an image of Joaquin Phoenix's Joker and be like, yeah, can I have expression with paint like this? I have my jacket on and off, but I can also take off my my poncho. So I can take away my flower. I can take away my branch. And I can take away both of them to where I really am just a guy. I forgot to commission a bald. So, it's really good when it's straight on. When I start to turn, you can definitely see like I'm missing the back of my head. This guy's just a bald streamer, man. And then wait for it. Northern Lion. Bald guy? Northern Lion. If I turn too much, you can see I'm missing a brain, but you already knew that by how I talk. Got him! Okay, night mode, you know what I mean? So this is me after dark, aka like 6 p.m. because I go to bed at like 9 p.m. It's pretty sick. I like it. I do have one toggle. This one required a bit of finessing, and it's very low res, but I just think it's very funny. So it basically goes like, you should eat lunch now. You know that meme? You should love yourself now. You know what I mean? Oh, yeah, and there's also some channel pro redeems. I don't know if I can show some of them. Brace your eyes. This one is entitled Flashbang. Are you awake yet? Hey, rise and shine. You know how I like descended? Sometimes I talk a little too much. So there is a redeem. It's a little expensive, but it's to send me back up to the sky. And it goes like this. Goodbye, guys. I don't want to have to do this, but I was forced to do it. That was the model. Hope you like it. I should just like clip farm for YouTube. What do you mean you missed my debut? It's okay. I'll still be around. Yeah, I'm very excited. I love my model. I've been streaming for almost 3 years. No, almost 4 years. But I've never had a model. Never had a model before, so I'm like, it's gonna be weird to have people know what I'm doing. Like, you can see me coughing. It's so embarrassing. Yeah, man, you can see me. Oh yeah, a cheek puff. I forgot to show my cheek puff. I guess my rigger did do the Doki thing where it's like, slide 1, introduction, DazzlingOriel. That's me. As far as names go, my main one I like is Oriel, but some people call me Daz, which is also fine. I understand, like, Oriel is 3 syllables. It could be a mouthful. So Daz is just 1 syllable, so it's like chill. Third one is or. I believe Aiko Kama calls me that, and other people call me that. I do like it. I think it's silly. And then some people call me Ori. It's not very common, but I'm fine with it. And then the other guy, Shio. I don't think anyone calls me that anymore. Mainly because I'm like a different dude now. My birthday is November 8th. It's very late in the year, but we're chilling. I should have done a pointer thing. I forgot to do that. Stupid! Anyway, I'll use my head. Okay, my age. It says 45, but it's an asterisk. Because I'm a sky god. So I existed before the universe and created like the sun and stuff. But I didn't have like a physical form until like 1980. Where I became fully formed like this. So canonically, this body is 45 years old. Languages. I speak English quite well. I have quite the verbose vocabulary. The caveat is I know no other languages, except I put French here because I was like, oh, I put languages, but I can't just have English. So that looks lame. I took 3 years of French in high school. And I believe the language is still within me. It's just like a sleeper agent because I haven't used it in a while. So if I like sat down and like did like the Winter Soldier, like, Ber, nage, piscine, then I'd like wake up like the Winter Soldier, but I know the French I remembered. Bon après-midi, Daz. I can read it. That's the other thing. I can read it decently. So I can figure out what's happening, kind of. Yeah, I do like French. I do like the French language, because you know, Oriel is a French name because or means gold. Get it? I'm gold. So yes, that's me. Intro. I chose dazzling because Oriel was taken and I needed something, an adjective, and dazzling was pretty cool. Next slide. My goals. Look, that's me down there. Hold on. I'm on top of the mountain. Ain't no mountain high, ain't no valley low, or whatever. It's a mix of goals. My main goal, not listed here, is to blow up and act like I don't know nobody. But the secondary goals are stream 3 times a week. As far as days go, it's usually Monday or Tuesday around 4:30 p.m. And then Wednesday or Thursday, 4:30 to 6 p.m. around that range. Then I'm almost always live Saturdays around 6 p.m. CST, Central Standard Time. I say like Monday or Tuesday or like Wednesday or Thursday because like I'm not super locked in on those days. But it's usually probably going to be Mondays, Thursdays, Saturdays. And then if I want to stream more, those are bonus streams. Like next one is to consistently upload clips to YouTube and Twitter and stuff. If you follow me on Twitter, you're probably annoyed by all the clips I post. But I love clips because I find myself very funny. And it helps me with my confidence where I'm like, I don't want to stream today. And then I'm like, oh wait, that clip was like really funny. If I stream today, I could get more clips like that. You know? It's a thing, you know? Song cover / more music. Okay. If you're listening to this incredibly scuffed BGM, I made this an hour before stream. I do love making music. I have my little keyboard. I would want to do more music streams because I like doing them. Even though every time I'm like, I'm gonna finish a song and then end stream, and then next stream I'm like, I'm gonna start a new song. And then afterwards is YouTube videos, just YouTube videos themselves. I'm not sure what they be. I don't know if I take time to edit down VODs, maybe like playthroughs and stuff, or maybe just like silly videos that don't fit in the shorts format. And then collabs. Now that I have a model, I'm less scared to ask for collabs. And of course, YouTube partner, Twitch partner. Those two are just always goals, you know? I don't expect to reach them like super fast, but they're chilling. And then ASMR. Here's the plan. All right, lads. I'm going to be a normal streamer for like a year. And if I'm not like super popped off yet, I'm going to resort to ASMR. And I'm not going to be like too like weird about it. I'm not going to do like boyfriend experience. He gets you Chick-fil-A. If I do get desperate, maybe I'll do one boyfriend experience. But it would be jokingly, all right? Because that's the thing. Like, I don't really listen to ASMR myself. So the only time I do it, the only time I think about doing it, they be joke stuff. Next slide, please. My likes. I love singing. Caveat, I'm not good at singing. I freaking sing a lot. And it's just like an impulse thing. There's no lyrics. Then someone will say a word like, chicken fried. And in my mind, I immediately just think, just a little bit of chicken fried. Cold beer on a Friday night. I love summer, man. That's mainly because I hate the winter. It's cold outside. And I hate it with every fiber of my being. I just don't like being cold. Like at all. And next, turquoise. I love turquoise. It's my favorite color. If you can't already tell from my color scheme and aesthetic. I just really like it. And then plus the gold accent. It's goated, man. And then cranberry juice. I love cranberry juice. I drink it a lot. And I love cats. I don't have a cat because my apartment doesn't allow pets. But if I ever get one, I would want a cat. Because they're silly, man. And penguins. I don't really talk about much, but I do love penguins. I like how they waddle. And they just like, they and the sounds they make, they're like, eh. And of course, my goat, Northern Lion. I've been watching him since I was 14 years old. He's my go-to. I was literally watching his stream like 10 minutes before I went live because I was like, dude, I'm a little stressed out. If you ever watch his content, you'll see where I get my humor from because I basically talk exactly like him. Not exactly, but a lot of my mannerisms come from just watching him for 10 years. And it's also why I'm so funny because he's my role model and he's funnier than anyone on this platform. So that's how I got so funny if you're ever wondering. And I also like streaming. Whoa, it can have its ups and downs, but as far as like my life, streaming has saved my life in more ways than one. I've met many incredible people via streaming. And guess what? They're in this chat. It's really hard for me to hit the start stream button, but once I actually start stream, I'm like vibing. I love streaming. It's just like getting out of bed and like hitting start stream is the hardest part. Once I'm started, man, there's no stopping me. And it's usually like 3 hours. It's like I have a full-time job, and man, you're not talking about work-life balance, man. Try being at work 50 hours a week while also coming home and then doing a 3-hour stream while also then like eating dinner and then doing the 3-hour stream and then editing clips. It's a lot, man. I think I struck a good balance, but it can be tough. My end goal is to pop off, go like part-time at my job so I can focus more on streaming and eventually transition to full-time streaming. And then, as a backup plan, go back to school get a degree in something I actually like. Because I don't know if you could tell, I did not make my overlays. I made these debut slides. I have a bachelor's degree in graphic design, but so my slides look like this. So it just tells you my passion for graphic design. I like it a little bit, and I learned a lot of stuff, but unfortunately AI is taking over everything, so I can't really do that. And of course, I love learning. I'm very much a nerd, as evidenced by my visage and the way I talk. But I'm also, you know, I'll just be obviously looking stuff up. Like why? Like I posted on Twitter, why is Remy blue? And the answer is no one knows. But yeah, I love learning. I like learning new languages. I like learning stuff. I love math and science. I love learning new skills, like editing and stuff. It's a blessing. Cooking. I love cooking. That's why in my previous life I was a chef. But the main thing is like I love cooking, but like I said, I'm really busy, full-time job and streaming. So I don't cook as often as I still cook, but I don't like make too many extravagant meals because it takes too much time. I meal prep. I'm burrito maxing. For Fridays, I just prep 5 days worth of burritos. And making music. I really love making music. I wish I had like more time, like more dedication to it, but I love learning music theory and like making like freaking jammers, bro. Like this BGM, man. I love learning chords and like chord progressions and stuff, even though it's like it's not easy. My main thing is I ain't got rhythm, like the guy from Phineas and Ferb, and I like cheese. Most things I eat benefit from having cheese added. I love mac and cheese. It's my go-to if I'm ever like sad or something. I make mac and cheese. Favorite cheese? Gotta be pepper jack. I love pepper jack cheese. Then after that, maybe like cheddar or something, you know? Like nice sharp cheddar. Those are my likes. Now to go on to the next part. Because one thing about me, I'm a hater. Not too much, but you know, you can have a little hating as a treat. Number one, you might notice, it says I hate VTubers. And you might be confused. Why do you hate VTubers? Have you seen them? But no, listen, I like the idea. I like the idea of using an avatar instead of like a face cam. Because I'm simply too good looking IRL. Then you'd be like, oh, let's be too distracting, you know? And so, that was a joke. I like using the model. The problem is, it's very expensive. And also, VTubing has a very specific culture. And people try and put like labels on stuff. I'm pretty quote unquote say so, but I don't like having like labels like that. Because if you say like, oh, I'm say so, but then you make a joke like, oh, look at these balls, you know? That people are like, I thought you were say so, and it's like, bro, we're chilling, man. I'm an adult human. I'm not like a, you know, I'm just a guy. So it's in part VTubers and in part VTuber fans. Next one, League of Legends. Listen, I genuinely have not had a single friend who plays League say they enjoy it. I know like 10 people who play League of Legends. Not a single one is like, yeah, I love League. Like, and that's why I'll never play it, because it's simply too toxic. It's my what is it, line in the sand? That being said, I do love TFT, and that's League of Legends adjacent. And if you haven't noticed, I have a cough, because for some reason, whenever I get sick, I gain a cough that lingers for like months after I am no longer sick. And I sure hope it goes away. The other thing, loud noises. I'm very sensitive to noise. So whenever like people are very loud, it freaks me out. Or like when it's 2025, but games launch at 200 decibels, and they don't have a sound settings menu until after you go through the 50 logos and loading screens. Also like a lot of noises. Like I love collabs where like a Discord call with too many people overstimulates me and I shut down and freak out. So if I ever do a collab with a lot of people and I'm very quiet, you know why. And rain. These two kind of go hand in hand, but I really hate the rain. I know people, I love the rain. I love the sound of the rain. It's like read a book, but I hate it. The act of it and like kind of the sound. Because usually a lot of times rain is accompanied by thunder. Maybe I should put heavy rain. And thunder and lightning is loud, which, you know, loud noises, I don't like it. And so I just don't like the feeling of like rain hitting your skin, despite the song. I know no one else can feel it for me, but maybe they should, man. Can you feel the rain instead of me? And then winter goes hand in hand with the cold. I hate the winter with all my might. In terms of food, I really don't like sour cream, which is weird because I like the flavor and like I like the artificial sour cream flavor and like chips, you know. But genuinely, if I have anything with a hint of sour cream, I generally like throw up. And then this one's weird, but I really don't like big frogs or like toads. You know the ones where they like scream at you? I hate them. They freak me out. They're like, you know the ones? I know they're like harmless, but I don't like it like at all. And then open water, I have thalassophobia. But to my credit, I've played both Subnautica games. Those ones aren't as bad because like it's like open water for me. And a lot of the games like that A lot of those games, like there's like ground, like reefs and stuff, like landmarks. But there are some sections where you have to just like go into a blank ocean, and it freaks me out. And driving, I really don't like driving. Well, it's weird. I like the act of driving. I just don't like other people and the anxiety of like getting in a car crash. So if it's like an empty road, I love it. But if there's even another car in the road, I'm like freaking, I want to die. And so I barely leave my house except for work. And then cilantro. I don't want to hate cilantro, but I have the soap gene. So anytime I eat cilantro, it tastes like soap. But the thing about cilantro is like, unless there's like a ton of it, I can kind of eat it, but not for the sour cream. If there's a little sour cream, it's messed up. Also, you showed up at the perfect time, Miko, because unfortunately, I really don't like root beer. I know you love root beer, but I really don't like root beer. It's only about the taste. Which is weird, because like I love Dr. Pepper, and that's also medicinal tasting, but root beer itself is like, bleh. Can't be friends. No, listen, Miko, you can just have my root beer. It's simple. Anyways, that was my hater arc. I could talk about this stuff for hours. So here's the thing about my anime. I don't watch like a lot of anime. I know you're gonna think there's a lot of shonen here, but in my defense, who cares? You're like, oh, you really watch shonen? It's so boring. By the way, here's this isekai. It's about a guy you never heard this one before. He's reincarnated into a world with 4 girls who really like him, and he's like really powerful. It's like, okay, man. So here's the thing. My favorite anime of all time is a certain scientific railgun, but I am scared to tell people that because it's a older-ish anime and it has some very suspicious scenes, and the main characters are all in middle school. And so, but if you ignore those parts, it's actually a very, very cool show with like a lot of science, and I like science fiction, and so like I like the powers and stuff like that. It's really cool. Just ignore the part where they're doing that stuff. So that's like my favorite anime. But if I want to like, not scare people, I just say it's Dr. Stone. I love Dr. Stone because I'm a very big nerd, and I love the science in the show, and it's really good. I think Senku is attractive. Anyways, I also love My Hero. It's good, man. People are like, oh, it's boring. Who cares? It's good. I want to hear from you, Poppy, Mr. Oh, I stopped after Gentle Criminal arc. That was peak, man. It's not about action. It's about character growth, and Gentle Criminal is a freaking showcase of hero society and how even villains want to be heroes, but because of the society and the burdens they're placed upon, they become villains so easily. Anyways, that character sucks, I'm sorry. Flash timeout. Poppy 64. There you go. Anyways, Mob Psycho is also very good. I need to watch season 3. I haven't seen it yet. Mob Psycho has certain scenes that generally like make me cry. Same with My Hero, but like Mob Psycho scenes are insane. It's good, man. And Zombieland Saga. Listen, I didn't understand idols, especially like being a Hololive fan. Like, I get their idols, but I didn't really get it. But yeah, I didn't understand idols. Until I watched Zombieland Saga, and like the finale was like, I didn't get it. And the finale is like them like, oh, our show's gonna be awful, and then like all their fans from like all like the episodes like converge on them and like support them and stuff, and like you're like, wow, yes, they're becoming successful, yes. So I get it now. And of course, we all mentioned Little Witch Academia. It's so good. It was my first trigger anime. There's no hating in terms of animation, but if I did have a category on hating, I think Gurren Lagann is a truly awful anime. It has some good moments, but like, come on, man. Evangelion is kind of trigger. It's trigger before trigger. That show is just insane. It's insane, like how like good the animation is, and like the shots in the scene. Like a lot of anime like doesn't have like good like cinematography. And these two, they're very special. Arcane. If you have not seen the Netflix critically acclaimed animated show Arcane, watch it, preferably with me there, because I love seeing people's reaction to stuff. So that's Arcane. Arcane, go to animation, go to story, go to characters. Season 2 is it's not as good as season 1, but it's so good. And the soundtrack goes crazy. Shout out Stromae. And then Ruby. Here's the thing about Ruby. Not a lot of people watch it, but genuinely, like, I watched it in like high school, and it saved my life, if you know what I mean. And it kind of led me to become a VTuber. If you don't know my arc, I mapped out my entire trajectory of my life that led me to these moments. Started with kids react to Annoying Orange. I can map kids react to Annoying Orange on YouTube all the way to my VTubing career. And it goes like this. So like the Fine Brothers release kids react to Annoying Orange. It pops off, and then they release more videos. And one of them is teens react to Honest Trailers. And one of the trailers was Frozen. So I saw that and I was like, wait, Frozen looks pretty cool. Let me watch that. So I watched Frozen. I really love Frozen. And so I made a Tumblr to like find like Frozen like stuff and become part of the Frozen fandom. And I followed one blog who did like Frozen stuff, but they also did stuff for Shonen Ruby. But I pronounced it RWBY for the longest time because I never actually said it out loud. And then one day I went to Crunchyroll to look for Dragon Ball Z, which it didn't have it at the time. But I saw Ruby on the sidebar, and I was like, what the hell? Oh, that's the show they're talking about. So I watched Ruby, like, dude, this show freaking rocks. Soundtrack goated. And then Ruby was made by Rooster Teeth. So I tried to go to Rooster Teeth to find more Ruby stuff. And there's like Ruby podcast, and I eventually started watching Rooster Teeth stuff. And then the Rooster Teeth people did a podcast about anime. And like they talked about Konosuba, and I was like, oh, this is how I got into anime. I was like, oh, Konosuba, that sounds silly. I watched Konosuba, and then I eventually started watching more anime. And then because you watch anime and on YouTube, you see like a Giguk video pop up, and you're like, oh, who's this guy? And then you watch a Giguk video. I was like, oh, he's pretty cool. And then I subscribed to him. And then he does a video on VTubers. And I was like, oh, these look pretty cool. I think I could probably do that. And then I become a VTuber, and here I am. So really, we have to thank the Frine brothers for this moment right here. So yeah, Ruby's really good. The first season is not great. The other thing about Ruby, the first season is the worst season. So if you get through that, you're chilling. It has its ups and downs, but in terms of like stuff, I think it's really good. Especially the soundtracks. Even if you think the anime, it's an anime, it's a cartoon, whatever. Even if you think the show is bad, the soundtracks go crazy. There's 2 more slides of my favorites. I told you I'd talk about stuff. Music, oh baby, music. I do say I love to sing, folks. And this is why. I listen to a lot of music, mainly at work. I love the Beatles. But here's the thing. A lot of their songs are bad. The early songs are bad. So I only I still like a lot of their songs, but like only like a certain subsection of them. Don't even start on Beatles Twitter. I somehow ended up on Beatles Twitter. So every occasional post is just like listen, I love the Beatles. But every post is like a 17-year-old girl posting a picture of the Beatles and with the caption like, OMG, they're so hot. And I'm here to tell you, they are not. The Beatles are quite literally incredibly ugly. But, you know, at the time, they were hot. Like, look at them now. Maybe Paul in, like, the Get Back documentary when he has his beard. And, like, maybe George Harrison if you, like, squint your eyes. But they're not hot. I'm just here to tell you that. But yeah, my music taste varies. Because I have the Beatles, and then I have Cara Cara Benito. I love Cara Cara Benito. I found them from Bug Snacks. Kind of bug and kind of snack. But the song, I just love, like, pop-ish songs, you know? I love a song with a good, like, beat, you know? That makes me happy. Because if a song is like upbeat enough, I can smile and dance and sing. I like some slow songs, but mostly prefer like pop. And Steam Power Giraffe. Steam Power Giraffe is crazy. They're some of the best music I've ever heard. Some of the best love songs I've ever heard. But you got to get past the barrier of entry that they all they pretend to be like robots. But it just goes crazy. And the Spine, one of the members, his voice is insane. His range is incredible. Check them out. So if you learn nothing on the stream, check out Steam Power Giraffe. They're cool. And Walk Off the Earth, I don't really like too much of their music. It's mainly just one album. But they have some occasional singles I like. They were like one of the first bands to start listening to from the YouTube Rewind 2012. And then this one's recently is Lulu Yam. She's a rapper, and she's kind of like Mori Calliope if she was better at rapping. Listen, that we'll get to Hololive in a second, but like Lulu Yam is really good at. I love her like beats and like her flow and stuff. It's really good. Listen. I put Hololive here because I love Hololive music, right? Especially, you know, I like Mori Calliope music too, just not the parts where she's rapping. I think she's got a beautiful voice. It's just, you know, the rapping, you know, could use some work. Which I get that's her thing, but like, I'm glad she's like branching out into more singing because like I feel like that's like her strength right now. But I love a lot of Hololive, like a lot. Even like some karaoke songs are in my playlist. Do you think Mori fans are in here? Listen, I'm a Mori fan too. True Mori fans know like she's, you know, her rapping is, you know, yeah. Favorite Hololive song is Do You by Takanashi Kirara, big fan of that. And okay, listen, they're called Ninja Sex Party, but the lead singer just has a really good voice, and so I like their music. Even though half of their music is like joke music, so I can't really like share it with people because it's like, oh, they're singing about like having intercourse. But even those songs, even though they're funny, like he's really good at singing. But you know, they have some cover albums where they sing like covers of songs, and they're really good. Now listen, I have Maroon 5 here. It's a guilty pleasure. Are they a bad band? Maybe. I just think a lot of their songs are catchy. There's 2 subsets of songs on my playlist. There's songs that I think are really good, and there's songs that I really like. The songs I really like don't have to be super good. I just like them. Of course, the Ruby soundtracks, I talked about the Ruby. Great soundtracks. Really, really good soundtracks. And if you don't watch the show, there's some good It's very diverse. There's like some slow songs, there's some rock songs, there's orchestral songs. It's good stuff, man. And Stuck Is Your Radio is very funny. They're a band consisting of like a really old school YouTuber, and they only have like 2 albums, but there's a lot of nostalgia I have for them, and also just really like their songs. I think they're catchy. And Cheek Face is also relatively new. He's kind of my idol in that he does sing in his songs, but a lot of his songs is just talking. And as someone who can't sing, I was like, bro, maybe this is the ticket. Maybe I just need to make music so I don't sing. Or sing less. I need to watch more movies. Because I love movies. I have a letterbox. I need to like some work in my letterbox. But my favorite movie of all time is Chronicle. I don't know if a lot of people know it. It's like a found footage movie where like 3 teenagers get like telekinesis. I just really like the vibe of it. Like the cinematography and like the hijinks and stuff. It stars Michael B. Jordan. It was his first role, I think. And then, of course, Ratatouille. My previous persona. He was a chef in France. That's partially why I like French stuff so much, is Ratatouille. Probably seen it a lot. Even though it's probably like my most watched movie. But my second most watched movie is actually the Adam Sandler film Grown Ups. Because there was a time before the internet where we just had TV and shows would just replay movies. So you'd just be bored and like, I guess I'll watch Grown Ups again. And Frozen. Like I said, I mentioned Frozen before. I like Frozen. I like the music. I like the characters. I like the animation. It holds a special place in my heart. Whenever I'm like feeling down, I just watch Frozen. Like, dude. And then 42. I don't know why I like it so much. It's the Jackie Robinson sort of thing, starring the late Chadwick Boseman. I don't know. Something about it. Something about his acting and the yeah. And Halloween 2018, not to be confused with Halloween 1970 whatever. I do love the original Halloween, but it's very slow and a little boring. But that's because, it started all the tropes, And Halloween, the sequel, not Halloween 2, and not Rob Zombie's Halloween, but the other one. It's really good. I love the soundtrack. I love the scares and stuff like that. It's really good. Then Little Women. This one is actually interesting because I only watched it like last year, and then I really liked it. I didn't think I'd like it as much as I do, but and Monkey, Rise of the Planet of the Apes. I don't know. I know the second one is like people agree is better. I just really like origin stories. I don't know, and I like science, so I like seeing like the Caesar like evolve and stuff. He gets like smarter and smarter, and then when he puts the freaking Draco Malfoy and like kills him, spoilers, he goes insane. I need to watch more movies. I have a giant watch list of movies. So I freak out the people with the ads. Hold on. I'm gonna pretend I'm talking. Whoa. There we go. On to the next slide. My mascot! Now pet. So, I had trouble. I wanted a mascot. And I wanted him to be ugly and like kind of an abomination. So that's what he is. He's here. He's sort of just like a blob of suffering. But I kind of want a cute mascot too. So his thing, he's like a cloud, So he can shapeshift. That's him. He's a worm. That's him. I love him. He's so cute. I went there and I need to make like I need to actually like sit down and like do like a full sheet, maybe like commission like, a plushie of him or something. Maybe not like a real plushie, but like, an asset or something. I don't know. I'll integrate him in the future. But yeah, that's him. He's a worm. And his name is Terran Pet, but I call him TP. Dude, we did this on stream like last year. Terran? I can't do that one in French. It's dull. So I wanted to be insulting towards him because he's kind of a freak. Plus pet is like tempet, which means storm. And hopefully I didn't have like a Ariana Grande barbecue grill situation where I accidentally made a word that's like not what that means. But at the end of the day, we can just call him TP. That's my mascot. I love him. You! This is you! You're my Zilly Billies. Get it? Because it's like dazzling Billy, This was sort of like rushed, but I like the concept. He's not like it's not like a fully budded flower like on my head, he's still budding. So he's kind of like a freak. That's you. See? I thought about just calling them Zillies, and I might just call them Zillies, but I like the idea of calling them Zilly Billies. I'm pretty proud of it. I'm not a very good character designer. I'll get to that during my design showcase, but I kind of cooked with this one a little bit. I just need to refine it a bit. Speaking of design, hey, remember this guy? Too bad, he's dead. He's canonically dead. Maybe. Okay, canonically, I don't know if I should say he's dead. But canonically, he was at the restaurant and went into a room and never came out. And they don't know where he went. But between you and me, he's dead. So if you don't know, I used to be this guy. This is who I was before I rebranded to this. I didn't want to completely shut him out. That's why I have him. And I just have the concept of a redesign for him here. And, he's more cloud-like. He's got the chef's coat, like cloud stuff. He is off the Narnia. I don't know. And the bit and joke I do is whenever I mention him, I make up a different way he died. Like, oh yeah, he got blown up by a cruise missile. Oh yeah, he choked on a Cheez-It. Oh yeah, he got eaten by wolves. Because no one knows what happened to him. He disappeared. But he went into the room and something happened to him eventually. And then I, being the sky god that I am, appeared to him and captured his soul and locked him into my pendant forever. Now he serves as my servant for all eternity. This is what, like, my lore is like, I'm like a sky god, but like, that's because I like the sky, you know? I'm actually like very powerful lore-wise. Because I don't really like care too much for VTuber lore. So I wanted to become like an omnipotent sky god. So if any of like the VTuber, like, you know that male VTubers are like, oh, I'm a demon. I'm the king of the underworld. You will become my servant. I can just be like, actually, I'm a god, and I'm more powerful than you. So you can't do that. They'll be like, yes, but I have the power of, I'm omnipotent. I'm more omnipotent. So yeah, that's a you problem. Like, check this out. Hey, what's up, man? That's nothing much. No. See? Don't even start with this guy. This guy's crazy. That's a bit you won't know what happens until like 2 years from now. I'm also omnipotent and I can see everything, man. Listen. I can see you. Take the dish off your desk and put it in the sink. Throw out the plastic water bottles. You have too many. See? I'm omnipotent. I can see everything. My art tag. So my art tag is ort. I wanted it to be just like ort or something like that, but all the ones are like taken or something. But this one, there's one tweet under the ort hashtag, and it's by like someone in like 2014. So I'm co-opting the hashtag. So if you ever want to draw me and post on Twitter, you can use ort, and I'll see it. Maybe I'll check it every once in a while. And my Oshi mark, I'm greedy. People usually take Oshi marks. These ones are probably taking it, so I did 3. So it's the sparkle, the cloud, and the little branch. Because I'm dazzling. I'm in the clouds, and I have a branch. I know, wild stuff here, wild stuff. Now I think we're on to the credits. This is my character design. I commissioned the Salvi, Salvan, Salfufu, Fufu, Kevin. They go by many names, but they're goated. They were actually the first person I ever commissioned. I had never commissioned anything ever. So I was very nervous, especially because like the first color scheme I gave them, I gave them like color swatches and they were like incredibly bright and like neon. And they showed me like the design because they don't usually do like that brighter stuff. They usually do like more like pastel stuff. So I was like, oh God, they probably hate me. I was like, you can actually, you could adjust the colors a bit. You don't have to use those like exact ones. Haha. And so they changed them a bit. As far as terms of design goes, I'm bad at design, as you can probably tell from Shio's design. So I had like 2 or 3 things. Like I had some things where I was like, okay, I want these things, but everything else like you can do yourself. I just wanted my branch, my color scheme, my tongue, and my heterochromia. Oh, and my pendant. I want those things. Everything else you can go crazy. So they did. They came up with everything. They're goated. I love this design so much because I hear a lot of people, a lot of VTubers, if they commission design, I feel like they don't give it the proper love, you know? This model would be nothing if I didn't have a design. So shout out. Not only is Sal a goated artist and designer, they're also like the funniest people on Twitter of all time. Like they have an alt Twitter account. It's like, it's a private Twitter, but they usually let people in, kind of. But generally, I feel like embarrassed liking all their tweets. They post a bunch of tweets and I end up liking all of them. By my defense, they're very funny. So yeah, shout out to Sal. Goated. Goated. Then of course, the model itself, look, I have a little cutout. Yes, my model parents, I have 2. It's 2025. Hiseki and Hentai. His did the sketch and like the coloring, and Hen did the line art. And so it was a collaborative thing. I was like searching around for the right for a model, obviously. And the thing about like wanting like a good model is like it's kind of hard to get because like usually the big artists are very busy. And they have like wait lists and applications and stuff like that. So I had a few in the crosshairs. I was just waiting for like one of them to open up. And this is actually like they don't usually do this. Usually they go through a telecoup, but this was like a spur of the moment kind of thing where they offered these. And so I snatched it up, got accepted, and I was like, yo, let's go. And they were very nice. I love my model. It's everything I dreamed of. Especially like all like the toggles and stuff. Because I was like, dude, I'm a little embarrassed to ask for some of this stuff. But they did it. They did it. Next, the rigging. Oh, model's complete without rigging. My rig was done by T, and I love it. It's insane, the quality of the rig, especially for the price. I expected it to be so cheap with the quality. The quality is really good, and the price was really good. I'm very happy with it. Especially, I can't help it. Like look at the branch, man. And they're very helpful, and like they let progress and say it's good. And like I said before, like my setup is really weird, so I did adjust the rigging and stuff. So it's actually have a lot more movement than this, but I can't use it right now. But, like the face rigging is good. Like we can. It's great. So that's one thing where I was like, when I go all out for my model, and one of the things is I want really good face tracking. Next. Oh yeah, additional credits. These overlays. I have a few. My starting soon is illustration from my chatting. Whoa. My BRB screen. This one doesn't have a BGM, so that's a little embarrassing. They didn't do this illustration. This was someone else did this illustration. A little overlay. I don't think I'll use this overlay too much, but for stuff like, debut slides and stuff like that, or something where the game doesn't have too many elements on it. Yeah, I love this illustration. It's good. It's exactly what I wanted. I wanted to hold the sun. And I think in the future, I'm going to put like little clips. He's like holding the sun. I'm going to have him holding like, clips, It's very soft. Yeah. I do love chatting about it too. And then I have my emotes. I have emotes from a lot of people. It's sort of a mishmash. I have some from Aiko. I have some from Wither Raccoon, aka Mog. I have one from Sal, one I drew. But the main emotes, and especially future emotes, are from Enile. Sometimes they're Enile, sometimes they're Ein, whatever. But I really love the way they draw emotes. I love the coloring and stuff. So these ones are them. This is gonna be my main emote artist, hopefully. At least for static ones. I might animated emotes can like vary. Usually I just go on VGen like seeing like, oh, there's an animated emote that like looks cool. If I ever get more emote slots, expect more from them. Then Aiko Kama, my alerts. You saw them at the beginning of the stream, but she did them in like 2 days, which is goated. Especially because like she offered to do them. I was like, yeah, I'll get in touch, and then I forgot about it for a month. I was like, hey, it's like a week. Help, and she was like, okay, and then she did them. I was like, dude, exactly what I wanted. Maybe I'll do more of them, but that's what more of them. But yeah, Aiko is coded. Shout out to Aiko Kama. There's some I have a section of like shout outs. Shout out to Salte. She's my closest friend. She's gonna be my person who I ask for VTuber assets, and she finds them because she's good at finding them. Because I'm still very new to VTubing in terms of using a model, and so I rely on people like Salt to be like, hey, how do you do this? And she'll be like, oh, you do this, blah blah blah. So yeah, let's go. Another shout out, funny enough, to Sleepy Bug. She's the one who taught me how to do like mix it up, setting up OBS and like my audio stuff and stuff like that. Yes, the Sleepy Bug. What do you mean fight you? You go to. She's like she's like a professional streamer. She's kind of like my idol when it comes to like streaming quality, And so she goaded for that one. Shout out Sleepy Bug. And finally, shout out Aiko Kama. Aiko Kama is also just been a very good friend, and she did my alerts, and she is very supportive in my VTubing journey. She's also just very funny. The Sleepy Bug, Salte, Aiko Kama is the goated rotation, because you all stream one after each other. And then BGM I just made myself. Thank you again. I think this went really well, and I can't wait to see what fun times we have in store in the future. Am I right, lads? Goodbye. I did think about doing like a send-off message. I was like, oh, this has been the stream. I wish you well. This is goodbye from Oriel. But I feel like that's kind of cringe, So instead, I'm just going to say, later, losers.